Hi, welcome to Danielle H Creations. Today we are making a pumpkin wreath. The pumpkin form is from the Dollar Tree, along with the 2 rolls of ribbon that are 9 feet long and 3.5 inches wide. First, we're going to start by gluing on the frame and gluing our ribbon to the frame, starting in the center. We are going to glue right on top the bars, and I'm going to glue this in sections and then press as I go. When we get to the end here, we're going to glue it down and then leave a little bit of ribbon overhanging to glue underneath after. We're going to continue gluing our next set of ribbon here, going every other spacing and continuing the same procedure of gluing on the bars, making sure our ribbon is centered and pressing down and gluing in sections so our glue doesn't dry too fast on us. So we're going to do 3 sets of the pumpkin ribbon, again following the same procedure of gluing on top the bars. Okay, now we're just going to glue our ribbon down on the inside here. If this hurts your fingers, you can use a silicone makeup brush. They sell them at the Dollar Tree. Or they also sell little silicone finger pieces that you can use to press down. Or I guess if you don't mind getting your scissors a little sticky, you could use your scissors to press down as well. Here I'm just cutting off any little extra overhang. Leave the ribbon that's on the outer side though, that hangs over the bars. That won't be noticed later. Next, we're going to use our second ribbon pattern. In my case, I'm using a green, also 3.5 inches wide. On the ends, it would have been easier if I would have had a 4-inch ribbon, but I made do with what I had. Again, we're going to continue the same procedure, but we're going to be gluing on the inside of the bars this time. And we're going to glue right to the edge of the bar. We're not going to leave overhang this time. And don't worry, the ugly outer edge will be covered up later. As I mentioned, we're cutting right to the bars. I'm just removing any glue strings as we go. And cutting off any piece of the green that overhangs. Again, continue in the next empty space here, centering with our bars on the inside. Next, what I did on the ends is I took my ribbon and glued on the inside, but then on the edge, I flipped the ribbon under the bar and wrapped it around. I did that to give it a little bit more of a rounded look instead of a straight edge on the end. For your purposes, it'd be easier just to glue on the inside with the ribbon, like we did with the other ones. Unfortunately, I didn't have too much room to play with because my ribbon should have been 4 inches on the end, 3.5 was cutting it close. Here I'm just cutting off a little extra bulk on my corners to give it a smoother look so it didn't pucker. That's my cat Pickles just coming to take a look. On the ends here, I'm just flipping it around and gluing. Again, I'm continuing the same procedure as I did on the other side with the opposite end. Here I'm trying a little differently and I'm holding it against myself, so unfortunately you won't be able to see everything here. Now I'm going to glue the ribbon on the inside. After when I'm done, I trim up some of the green that overhangs a little much. Now I'm going to take a little extra piece of green ribbon that I have and just glue the stem. This part's not too important because it's going to be covered up later by a bow. I'm just going to wrap the ribbon around the back and glue it back there. Next, I'm taking some ribbon pieces that I have from the Dollar Tree, gold ribbon trim. I'm going to put around the outer edge of the wreath frame, gluing along as I go. This will cover up any rough edges. For your own purposes, if you don't want to use ribbon, you could maybe use rope if you'd like. Or possibly some decorative burlap trim. Now, because I have two pieces and they don't fit all the way around, where the ends are going to meet, I am going to have them connect at the very top because that will be hidden by a bow and won't be seen. The ribbon trim here also came from the Dollar Tree in a bag called Ribbon Pieces. Had various colors and types of ribbon in it. This second piece, I'm going to have a little extra of it. I'm just going to cut it off to the length I need. No need to place any trim around your stem. Next, I have two different colors of ribbon. My first ribbon here, the checkered ribbon, that is a roll I got from ordering on Amazon. I am doing 6-inch loops using my bow maker. That can be purchased through Michael's. I used a % off coupon. It was cheaper that way than buying it on Amazon, but they also sell it on Amazon as well. The checkered ribbon is about 1 inch wide. The other one, the burnt copper ribbon, that one is from the Dollar Tree. That one is about 2 inches wide. I did 3 loops on either side, giving me 6 loops with 6-inch tails. I do 6 inches as well with the burnt orange color from the Dollar Tree. For here I do 4 loops of this color because I ended up discovering there was a defect in the ribbon and I couldn't get 6 loops, unfortunately. After I tie this off, I do add a 5th loop from the better part of the ribbon. My tails will be shorter with this one because of the defects in the ribbon. So now you're going to take your pipe cleaner, also known as a Chanel stick, pulling it tight and twisting. Next, you're going to separate your 2 colors and fan out. Just poof up your bow right now. And if one of the ribbons is inside out, just flip it over. Okay, so here's where I add my 5th loop. I'm just going to tie it to the pipe cleaner in the back. Next, you're going to tie it around to the back of the pumpkin wreath, twisting it, and with the extra wire that I had, I twisted the 2 ends together to make a little loop so that way the wreath can be hung afterwards. For the checkered ribbon, I dovetailed my ends. For the orange ribbon, I cut the ribbon on an angle. Unfortunately, I had to cut a little shorter with the orange ribbon because I kept finding a few more defects in it. Different lengths at the end just gives a character anyways. Still looks good even though the ends are not the same length. In the background here, my dog is barking at some squirrels. After I got done that part, I realized that the ribbon could be seen through a little too well, and I didn't really like the way it looked, so I got a piece of foam board from the Dollar Tree, and I'm cutting out the shape of the wreath form, and then I'm going to cut this out and glue it onto the bag. Unfortunately, the board is quite big and bulky, so I couldn't really do it in the camera. I was holding it up in the air for most of the time. No need to add a backing to the stem. You can leave that part out. This part could be easier done if you have an X-Acto knife to cut out your shape. Any extra that overhangs with the foam board, just cut that off. gluing on the back here on the bar. We are going to push the foam board in there. Some glue dried in the making, so I had to re-glue the ends.